A large part of India's real estate demand so far has been a factor of low interest rates, but there will be a demand trigger given the fact that rates are very high. That's the question Mini Menon posed to a panel of experts including Arun Nanda of Mahindra Lifespace Developers, Niranjan Hiranandani of Hiranandani Constructions and Anuj Puri of JLL India. Here's a slice of that exclusive conversation.
I have always said that a middle market customer looks at EMI and not the ticket price. And the moment EMIs come down, you will see a demand. Interest is going to play a negative role in the demand for sure.
So what impact will that have right now? Because you have a situation where everybody was hoping for a recovery to start with this festive season. It's not quite happened. Do you think the high interest rates are going to act as a dampener, and do you see that recovery getting pushed back?
I am not seeing a very drastic turnaround in the next few months. As you rightly said, we are not seeing much of demand coming up in the festive season. Investors have shied away for two reasons. One, the stock markets are looking attractive again, and two is that the investors are now not able to exit, which they used to do in the past. Previously people used to book a flat and before delivery he would flip the flat. Now he is stuck with it. So I personally feel there is going to be time before we really see recovery coming up, and I see lot of product in the market which is not very easily sellable.
Okay, Mr. Hiranandani, actually we are sitting on a historic high as far as inventory is concerned. If demand doesn't pick up, what's going to happen to the industry with the kind of inventory load that it has across major cities?
I don't agree with the view which is generally carried over here. I do believe in what Mr. Narendra Modi is planning, which is to be able to take a housing revolution of sorts immediately off the ground. I also believe that his target of 25 million houses he is certainly going to upload on the ground, and I do not see such a negative view as far as real estate is concerned. Yes, maybe 2 or 3 months, surely. And also some of the people who have made very large sizes of tenements, etc. But I don't think that on the affordable housing segment there's going to be any backlog. In fact, I think the demand is going to shoot up, and I see a very positive view. There I agree with Mr. Nanda that unless the Reserve Bank of India does not reduce the interest rates and the EMIs do not come down, then the ambition which has been put by the Honorable Prime Minister is not going to be achieved. So you are challenged by the fact that the Governor of the Reserve Bank says that I'm not going to change interest rates for 6 months. This is actually contrary to an aspiration of the central government in terms of seeing that affordable housing is kicked off. And if you're not able to reduce interest rates, at least in the affordable housing segment, in spite of subvention which has been given by the Finance Ministry, I think that will be a little bit of a conflict in seeing that the housing revolution on one side and higher interest rates on the other sides are definitely acting in conflict. I'm of the view that the governor may require to reconsider this in the next couple of weeks or months. I'm hoping he does so, because otherwise it's not possible, impossible in fact, to think that affordable housing will take a kickstart as is expected by the Prime Minister, not in one forum, multiple forums, including the Independence Day speech.
Okay, Mr. Hiranandani, you're focusing on the affordable housing, which is the new island of promise. But let's forget that and look at the legacy issue of the 700,000 homes which have to be sold, the inventory pileup that we are seeing across key markets. If rates are not going to go down, if the demand kicker is not going to happen, what's going to happen to the industry?
No, of course. I mean, there is no doubt about it. There is going to be some pain for the areas which are overbuilt and over-leveraged. But that happens in every industry. And I think to that extent that those corporates who are over-leveraged and who have stocks of items which are not matching the market, and agree again with Arun Nanda, saying that if there is a mismatch in the productivity of product into the marketplace, then obviously there is going to be a pain for those companies. But you have to understand that that's not the macro issue. Those are going to be corporates, individual corporates, which will have to go through that pain, do the corrections and come out of it. They will have to sell assets, they will have to cut the prices, for those products which are in difficulty. It's not going to be across the board. So I'm not in agreement to say that there's going to be an overall fall in price situation before the correction takes place. I think the prices will remain steady and demand will grow as the economy picks up.
Anuj, you've been raising the issue of liquidity and the leverage that the companies have, and you've cited that as the single biggest problem, apart from the fact that there's a demand-supply mismatch because real estate developers have gone to luxury. With interest rates high, what impact is it going to have if interest rates are not going to give in the next 6 to 8 months?
I think interest rate is one part of the problem. Even if interest rates were to come down, I think the positions are so over-levered that the inability of many of the developers to pay the principal is going to be a challenge. So I think it is going to be even more fundamental than just bringing down the interest rates. I think the inability of these developers, because either they have gone out and bought litigated lands or wrong land parcels or were too small to be able to sort of bite into something which was so large that they've not been able to do justice with that. That will need to go really on the drawing board and will need to be seen as that how they can bring in more organized, larger developers to bail them out. And that's where I feel is that M&A in the term M&A can be used would be for these joint venture land parcels to bail out some of the over-levered schemes that are there with the developers. So I don't think that interest rate itself, just bringing that down, will bring in more liquidity and ease the position.
Keeping it high will continue the pain.
Well, obviously.
And without the demand trigger, do you see this clearing up, or do you think a lot of shakeout is going to happen?
I agree with both Mr. Nanda and Mr. Hiranandani that demand will come back, but we don't see a point that suddenly tomorrow morning you're going to wake up and the demand is going to go berserk. If it was, I can tell you it would have been on the 16th of May, and it hasn't happened. I don't see any point going forward over the next 3-6 months that suddenly there is going to be a huge amount of demand. As the economy picks up, the demand will continue to gradually go. So really each one will need to relook at the inventory that they have and would have to come out with schemes, would have to come out with incentives, would have to resize the apartment, do the ticket size which is more appropriate for the customer and get bailed out.
You can catch that entire interview on Tracking the Recovery with Mini Menon tonight at 8:30 p.m. only on Bloomberg TV India. Still ahead, the IMF cuts 2015